Welcome to this edition of Chit Chat. I'm here with Oliver today. And Oliver had a question. He was born in England, made by Len Insull Jr. So he's a fantastic figure, all original body from the early 1950s when he was made. Yes, that's true. You knew that. That's right. And so he's got a British accent, of course, because he grew up in England. Indeed. And he had a question for me. He knows I'm an English teacher. And his question was, why is it that some American words are spelled differently than British words? Was that just something that evolved over time? Why did that happen? Why, for example, the word color and color with the OU versus COLOR, or theater, ER versus RE? And the answer, do you remember, Oliver, what the answer is? You said Noah Webster. That's right. Noah Webster, the dictionary writer, the lexicographer. Noah Webster was also a textbook writer, and he wrote textbooks for American kids. He noticed that we were using British textbooks after our independence from England, and he wanted to create a separate set of textbooks as well as a dictionary that spelled words a little more simply. So I've jotted down some of the words here. Color, I mentioned, the word theater, center, RE. But what's interesting is some of the words that he put into his American dictionary did not make it, did not last. We went back to using the British version. An example of that would be soup, S-O-O-P, instead of S-O-U-P. Machine, he spelled M-A-S-H-E-E-N. The word tongue, he wanted to spell T-U-N-G, which makes sense. But it didn't work. So so the RE instead of the ER and the OU as in color, we did away with those to make things a little more simple. Now Webster lived during the same time roughly as George Washington. Washington was a little bit older than Noah Webster was, and actually Webster lived until 1843, whereas Washington died. Do you remember when George Washington died? 1799? That's right. 1799. That's great. You were paying attention while we were chatting about this earlier. So, well, that's going to do it with today's Chit Chat episode. Hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about Noah Webster. You can look him up online and see a little bit more about his background and his contributions to American English. Different than British English. Yeah, we got to keep our countries separate. We broke away from you guys and had our Revolutionary War, and this is what we have to show for it. So thanks for joining us today on Chit Chat. That's right. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time. See you then.